Welcome. It's time to save time for our business. It's time to save time to work more on our business, get more time for ourselves, it's just time. It's time to save time. That's essentially it. If you're a real estate agent, that is finding yourself with not enough time to get everything done, whether you're super extremely busy or maybe the business isn't quite there yet. We all, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, need to save time. And that's what we're going to get in today. I'm going to show you how you can actually gain at least 10 hours of your weekly schedule back. And the system is no secret. The system is around YouTube. Now, I'm going to share with you in very specific ways how to actually save your time. Now, the important thing here to understand is that everything that you're doing, you should be processing, or you should be sharing your process, is a better way of saying. You should be sharing your process with your clients through YouTube videos. Whatever you happen to do, whether it is on how you do showings, whether it is how people can work with you, whether it's the home buying process, you want to share the process so your clients are well aware of what it looks like to work with you. But also you're going to see, if you provide crystal clarity up front, all the other individuals that are waiting to work with you know exactly what to expect. So at the end of the day, you want to attract more and more clients, whether it's buyers or sellers, to work with you. And this is the best way to do so. You want to create YouTube videos that I have coined workflow videos. These are videos that you introduce into your workflow for the leads that you currently have, helping them convert into actual clients. And then as you're working with those clients, you're sharing the process of working with you through those videos. So let's go into the videos. We're going to first speak to buyer videos. We're going to talk about how do we actually work with buyers in a scalable way, in a way that we can work with 5 buyers, 10 buyers at a time, as opposed to just working one on one. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to go into the workflow videos for buyer clients. Now, this is a good opportunity for you to just take a screen grab of what you're seeing on the screen right now. Now, we're going to go very quickly through the videos so you get an idea of what it's like to actually work at scale and introduce this system into your workflow so you can save at least 10 hours a week. So number one, we got to let them know, how are we going to buy a house? Give people the education on what it actually takes to buy a house. So whenever somebody DMs you on social media, as an example, say, hey, I'm considering buying a house, what does that look like? As opposed to immediately jumping onto a call, you provide a video that explains the process from beginning to end. That way, you're not spending an hour with somebody that's not qualified to buy right now. You're not spending an hour with somebody that's just fishing for information. You're not spending an hour needlessly without having an outcome that's going to be favorable to you. Now, second video is what you need to buy a house. This is a little bit different. This is a video that you introduce to buyers or leads that have come through either a referral, through a Facebook ad, through a YouTube lead itself. So you're sharing what you actually need to prepare to buy a house. That's exactly the information that a lot of individuals are essentially asking you for. They're not asking you how to buy a house. They may be asking you that in a message, but it's not necessarily what they're needing. It's not necessarily the actual question. It's like, hey, can I buy a house? What do I actually need to buy a house? That's the question that they're asking. And they're also indirectly asking, is now the right time to buy? We see all these information about the rates. We see all this information about the real estate market. Should I buy my first house right now, or should I wait? You're going to make that video. Another video that you're going to make is going to help you with those clients that love to be on Zillow, that love to be on Trulia, that love to be on these websites looking for property 24/7. You need to educate them on how to actually look for properties the right way. Have a criteria that they need to adhere to in order to get properties that they could realistically afford, that they could realistically buy. The other video that you're going to create is how to view homes in person. You're going to educate your consumer right before you go, well, not right before, but before you go and show a property. You're going to share with your clients what they should actually be doing. when they're going and seeing a home. A lot of individuals don't know. A lot of individuals have no clarity on what that looks like. So this is what you are doing. Now, how to make the right offer for your dream home. So this is where you're preparing them on what an offer actually looks like. You're preparing them on the contract, the addendums, the any future amendments that might come into play. You're educating your client on what that looks like, what to do while you're under contract. Once you get them under contract, what do your clients need to be doing? What do your buyers need to do? And also on the following video, what they should not be doing. Once again, you don't leave it just for the one conversation that you have with individuals and can think that they're going to remember, right? Don't think like, hey, remember five months ago when we first did our discovery call where I told you not to buy a house, not to buy a car before closing, and now you just bought a car before closing and you have screwed up the entire operation. Remember when I told you that? Clearly no, because you just bought a car, right? This is going to cut that at the head, where you are essentially educating your clients throughout and providing that 5-star experience and ultimately saving the deal, right? So if you forget to say that, if you forget to comment something that would make the transaction not work, then you just lost the transactions, what you ended up doing. What happens during the option period? This is something that here is going to be more applicable to Texas because we have the option period. Oftentimes people ask that. How to work with lender the right way while you're in a contract. So how to work with the lender, right? So letting them know what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. Appraisals, you need to explain the appraisals, because if your buyer is getting a loan, then an appraisal is going to come up. What to do 1 week away from closing as a buyer. So preparing your buyers to close the right way, what you need to be doing, what you need at closing as a buyer. So what buyers need to actually bring to the closing table and what to do after closing on your new home. These are all workflow videos. These are all videos that are going to help you in your workflow. They're going to help you with your business. You're not saying the same thing over and over and over again to individuals and risk forgetting to actually comment and reminding people, hey, you should be doing this. You should not be doing that, right? So oftentimes we forget. Now, on the flip side, workflow videos for seller clients. Once again, this is something that you can take a screen grab. Now, we're not going to go into as depth on here, because this is something that I want to make sure that we get into and be very succinct with. But these are the videos that you're going to create on the seller side. So how to sell a house, how to prepare your home for sale. Does it make sense to sell your house now? Calculating the proceeds, buying and selling at the same time. What's the contingency offer? How to show your home correctly. What staging is it worth it? Handling multiple offers the right way. What to do while you're in a contract as a seller. What sellers need to know about appraisals. What to do 1 week away from closing as a seller. What you need at closing as a seller. And what to do after you sold your home, right? These are all videos that you should be making for your real estate business. Not only are you going to help your own business so you don't have to spend so much time with individuals on a one-on-one level, but it also is going to bring you additional clients. It's going to actually bring you people that are heavily researched. And because you have the entire process from beginning to end, you are going to win. Now, if you found value in this video, let me know in the comment section down below. If you're considering getting into YouTube, our contact information is down below. It's going to help you get into YouTube, see results, and actually thrive. I'll see you on the next one.